Hey everyone, welcome. Today we're going to talk about something fascinating, how artificial intelligence is completely shaking up one of the oldest industries on the planet, construction. But before we get to all the cool AI stuff, we've got to understand the problem. The construction industry is facing some massive challenges right now.
I mean, think about it. We build these incredible skyscrapers, bridges, just amazing structures. And yet the industry itself is kind of stuck, struggling with some really fundamental modern-day problems. So why is that?
Okay, first and foremost, let's talk about safety. And this is a really tough one. Construction is just one of the most dangerous jobs you can have. I mean, the fatality rate is consistently way higher than most other fields. As you can see, falls from heights, that's the biggest killer by far. But workers are constantly dealing with risks like electric shock, getting trapped, you name it.
And then there's the second huge issue, productivity. It's kind of crazy when you look at it. You've got manufacturing, right? They've gone all in on digital tech, and their productivity has just shot through the roof. Construction, on the other hand, well, it's one of the least digitized industries out there. It's still so reliant on manual processes, and because of that, it's just been left in the dust when it comes to efficiency. So, you've got these two massive problems, safety and productivity. And to tackle them, the industry is turning to this incredibly powerful new tool, artificial intelligence. Now, AI is a big term, but for our purposes, just think of it like this. It's giving a computer the ability to see, understand, and make decisions, basically to think and learn like a person, but on a scale we can't even imagine.
Okay, so how does this actually work? Where does the rubber meet the road? Well, let's start at the very beginning of any project, way before anyone even breaks ground. We're talking about the design and planning phase, because this is where AI is already making a huge difference. This quote from Professor Robert A. Moore just hits the nail on the head. He points out that you have these brilliant, highly trained, and very expensive engineers spending their valuable time on checking if a door is swinging the right way. It's super important, for sure, but is it really the best use of a human expert's brain? Probably not. And this is where AI comes in, to automate that tedious process. So first it uses something called natural language processing to actually read the building codes. And these things can be hundreds of pages of super dense legal jargon. It's so easy for a human to miss something. Then the AI pulls out all the key rules and calculations. From there, it connects those rules directly to the 3D digital model of the building, the BIM. And finally, boom, it runs literally thousands of checks automatically, finding potential problems in minutes instead of days or weeks. All right, so that's the planning phase. Now let's grab our hard hats and head out to the actual job site, because this is where AI is making things not just smarter, but a whole lot safer. Really, the most immediate, life-saving impact of AI on a job site is all about safety. The best way to think about it is like having a digital safety officer, a tireless supervisor who is watching over the entire site 24/7 and never, ever gets tired, bored, or distracted. So what does this digital safety officer actually do? Well, using computer vision, basically AI-powered cameras, it can scan the site and instantly spot if a worker isn't wearing their helmet. And it doesn't just spot it, it sends an alert to a supervisor right away. It can analyze how people are moving to flag risky behavior, like if someone's taking a dangerous shortcut. It can even use facial recognition to make sure only the right people are getting into potentially hazardous areas. And the results? Well, they're pretty incredible. This isn't just theory. One study that looked at an AI warning system like this on a real site reported, get this, a 97.41% increase in how effective safety management was. I mean, that is an absolute game changer. It directly translates into fewer accidents and, most importantly, saved lives. But it's not just about watching. AI is also the brain behind a whole new generation of workers. I'm talking about robots. We're seeing things like those robot dogs, trotting around the site, scanning everything to track progress against the digital plans. We've got driverless bulldozers and other heavy machinery doing repetitive work with insane precision. And then you have specialized robots that are taking over really dangerous jobs like welding, bricklaying, or pouring concrete. Okay, so if this technology is so amazing, so powerful, why isn't every single construction site on Earth run by AI and robots? Well, as you can imagine, there are some pretty big hurdles to get over before this becomes widespread. This is an industry that's not exactly famous for adopting new things overnight. So, what's the real holdup here? One of the absolute biggest roadblocks is data. AI is just incredibly data hungry. Think about it this way.
A Google AI is great at recognizing cats because it's been trained on millions, maybe billions of cat photos online. But there isn't a giant public internet library of correctly installed rebar or dangerous-looking concrete cracks. You have to create those datasets from scratch, and they have to be high quality and labeled by experts. That costs a ton of time and money. Then you add in the crazy high cost of hiring the data scientists you need, plus all the tricky legal questions like who's to blame if an AI messes up. And you've got some serious barriers to entry.
All right, so let's look ahead. As these barriers start to come down and the technology gets better and cheaper, what does the future of construction actually look like? What's the horizon we're building towards? The consensus from the experts isn't really that AI is going to replace all the humans. It's more about empowering them. The best model to think of as AI as this super powerful assistant. The AI will handle all the boring, tedious calculations, it'll run thousands of simulations, it'll manage all the data. And that frees up the human experts to focus on what they do best, solving the really tough, creative, wicked problems of design and engineering.
So what you get is this amazing new partnership, this new division of labor. The humans bring the creativity, the intuition, the big picture problem solving, they make the final calls. And the AI, it brings the raw power of data analysis, pattern recognition, and automation. It's a team where each side makes the other one better.
And all of this leaves us with a really big, kind of profound question to think about. As AI starts taking on more and more of the technical work of building our world, our homes, our cities, what does that mean for the future of human creativity and our role in it? It's a blueprint that we are all, right now, designing together.